It's getting down to the wire here.
Richard is really scrambling. I don't want anyone to go down by not getting one of the ingredients on the plate.
I'm frantic at this point. And then I'm like, oh man, pickles.
10. The grills are red hot and the competition is bound to be fierce. Get ready for a thrilling grilling special. Please open these first baskets. And we've got swordfish, watermelon, wine coolers, and potato skins. 20 minutes for the appetizer round. Clock starts now.
Growing up, we didn't have a lot of money to go on vacation a lot, so our vacation would be in the backyard of a barbecue. So I'm gonna make a wine cooler, glazed swordfish, a grilled watermelon relish, and mama's potato salad.
So I decide I'm gonna make seared swordfish salad and a grilled watermelon vinaigrette. I just want to beat the pants off this young whippersnapper and show him who's boss.
13 years ago, Jason was my boss. He's always been cocky. He's always talked a little bit of game to me. I know I'm gonna have to push myself because I don't want to lose to this guy. When I think of watermelon, I think of summertime. Instantly, I'm thinking watermelon gazpacho with tomatoes, sherry vinegar, jalapeno pepper, and red bell pepper.
I am a confident person. Doesn't come across sometimes because I can get a little quiet, but in the kitchen, I always have a plan working out in my head. When I saw the watermelon, I said, I've got to make a salsa of some sort. And swordfish, I'm going to marinate it and try to bring a little Asian flavor to it.
Folks, you're at 1.5 minutes. We're winding down.
I need another 2 minutes to get my fish where I want it to be. It's a little bit undercooked, but I'm hoping that the flavors that's in there will carry me through. Getting chopped in this first round is just unacceptable to me.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Please step back.
Let's go, baby.
Chef Tim, what'd you make?
I made a wine cooler glazed swordfish with a watermelon relish and potato salad.
The watermelon salad, great. Love the fact that you got all of these fresh herbs.
Thank you.
I think I agree with Minnie. I think you did a good job bringing this basket together. But it's odd to have a potato salad with this much skin. It's creating a texture issue.
Next up, Chef Jason.
I made a seared swordfish stuffed potato skin with grilled cabbage and a grilled watermelon, red pepper, and jalapeno sauce on the plate.
The idea of stuffing a potato skin with swordfish is something that we wouldn't have come up with. And I have to say, I think the swordfish is perfectly cooked. But for me, I don't think it has a lot of flavor.
Yeah, it's a little blah, unfortunately. And in my opinion, you didn't transform this potato skin. You just warmed the thing up and put it on the plate.
Next up, Chef Tanya.
I made for you an Asian grilled swordfish with a watermelon and wine cooler salsa, grilled asparagus, and fried potato skins.
You cook the swordfish really well. It has great caramelization, great grill marks, but the potato skin, it seems like it doesn't relate to the other flavors that you have going on.
Thank you, Chef Tanya.
Thank you.
Finally, Chef Ben.
I made grilled swordfish with a grilled watermelon gazpacho with a little bit of wine cooler in there, potato skin croutons, and a little radicchio and raw asparagus salad as well.
What I loved about this dish was the different flavors, the bitterness from the radicchio. There's a little bit of the spiciness of the black pepper.
I think the best part of your dish is the watermelon gazpacho. Maybe a little bit too much pepper for me, but these are big, bold flavors that you have.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Jason, you've been chopped. Chef Tim, Chef Tanya, Chef Ben, please open up these second baskets. Your entrees have to include taramo salata, hanger steak, portobello mushrooms, and fava beans. 30 minutes. Clock starts now.
I'm going to grill this steak, and I'm going to add the taramo salata on top of it. The saltiness will add to the steak. Fava beans, that's not something we work with on the campus a lot, but a hash is a good vehicle if you need to add a lot of ingredients together and you don't know what to do. So I'm thinking fava bean and portobello mushroom hash. Potatoes, some colorful peppers. I'm gonna go with it.
I figure, all right, I'll take some potatoes and then make a beautiful little tiramisu salata and potato gratin.
So I'm doing a spice grilled hanger steak with cannellini and fava bean puree, butter braised fava beans, tara masala, and herb vinaigrette over grilled portobello mushroom.
1 minute left, folks.
The potatoes and the gratin are tender, and I know the flavor is bomb. But if the fava bean is not right, they can taste like really starchy, not like the creamy I had in my mind.
And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Chef Tanya, what have you made?
What I made for you today is tiramisu salata steak with a fava bean and portobello potato hash.
Great job. The steak, it's perfectly cooked.
Thank you.
Potatoes, did you taste them before you served them?
I knew they were a little hard.
I would have left them out. This dish would have been a little bit more successful if you had edited it a little bit.
Chef Ben.
I made for you guys a spice grilled hanger steak with cannellini and fava bean puree, butter braised fava beans, and a little tiramisu salata and herb vinaigrette. And underneath that is also grilled and marinated portobello mushroom.
I think you cooked the hanger steak perfectly.
Good.
It is so tender and delicious. And then to take a bite of the buttery fava beans and then that herb vinaigrette with the tiramisu salata in it. This is big, bold flavors.
I have to agree with you. And although it's a big, bold dish, it's also dainty. Obviously, you have a fine touch with these ingredients.
Thank you.
Final entree, Chef Tim.
All right, well, this round, I did a spice rub hanger steak with tiramisu salata, potato gratin, and then a mixture of fava beans, some heirloom tomatoes, asparagus, and a little butter sherry.
I just have to ask you a question. Did you try one of these fava beans?
I did.
Well, 2 out of the 3 of you didn't peel them, and I happen to be obsessed with fava beans, so.
I'll definitely be putting fava beans in my lesson plans for next year.
Perfect use of spice. The steak is just delicious.
Thank you, Chef.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Tanya, you've been chopped. Chef Tim, Chef Ben, please open up these dessert baskets. You must use peaches, lemonade, pound cake, and piloncillo. Once again, you'll get 30 minutes. Clock starts now.
I'm gonna make a grilled pound cake with balsamic grilled peaches and piloncillo and lemonade thyme syrup.
I'm gonna make a grilled peach fritter, which reminds me of the funnel cake at the shore, with piloncillo and lemonade glaze and a lime smoked cream.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up.
Good job, man.
So, Chef Ben.
For you, I made a grilled pound cake with balsamic grilled peaches, piloncillo, lemonade, and thyme syrup, and a little bit of mascarpone.
Well, I think this caramel with the lemonade and the thyme and the piloncillo is unbelievable.
Thank you.
This was inherently a very sweet basket, and you managed to get some acidity, some tartness.
Did you taste the pound cake?
I did not.
Well, the flavor of that charred, it's overwhelming. The thing that I'm not happy about, the smoke in the whipped cream, it's a lot of smoke in there. But I gotta tell you, when you said Jersey Shore and you called this, pound cake stand, that's awesome.
The fritter, it was crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside. My hat's off to you on that.
Thank you, Chef.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Tim, you've been chopped. And that means, Chef Ben Bettinger, that you are the chopped champion. And you've got to be fired up after winning $10,000.
I've been working real hard for a long time for a lot of people, and today was about doing this for me.
Grills are red hot and ready to go. Please open your baskets. And we have sweet tea vodka, Asian steamed buns, baby Romanesco cauliflower, and extra firm tofu.
If I brought tofu to a barbecue competition, I would be laughed out of the parking lot.
You'll have 20 minutes for the appetizer round, starting right about now.
First thing I want to do is get a rub, and I'm just going to make an open-faced grilled tofu barbecue sandwich. I get chili powder, smoked paprika, garlic powder. I'm an extremely competitive person. I think you're either born with it or not. You know, shut up and cook. Put your meat where your mouth is.
I see tofu, and I immediately think Asian. I'm gonna make Asian-style tofu bao with grilled Romanesco. A bao, it's kind of like a steamed bun taco, and it's just awesome.
As soon as I see the Romanesco, I'm thinking Italian. Everyone's probably gonna grill the tofu, but I want to show some originality. I'm pureeing with tomatoes.
Tofu's very bland, so I really want to put some flavor in there. So I put it in salt water and sugar water, a little bit of curry. The Romanesco cauliflower, I toss it with some olive oil, salt, and a little bit of a vinegar, and then from there it goes on the grill pan. It's a grilling competition, and I'm going to focus on just cooking on the grill, making sure I have good, solid grill flavor.
1 minute to go, chefs.
I'm adding the tofu to the tomato sauce and pureeing it. I'm hoping to get a real soft texture, but I'm running out of time. I gotta get this on the plate.
Let's go. Finish up, finish up, finish up.
I'm shaking. The only thing I'm concerned about is getting everything on the plate.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back. Chef Jay.
What we have here today is baby Romanesco with a sweet tea, smoked tofu tomato sauce with breadcrumbs made of the sticky buns and with some grilled sweet potatoes.
I'm not getting much smoke out of this.
I'm not getting much smoke either, but that doesn't bother me so much. But I do find the Romanesco to be a little bit bland.
I think it's a little disjointed to me.
Next, we have Chef Richard.
Today I have a grilled Asian tofu bao, and I have some grilled Romanesco there, so enjoy.
The tofu, I like the marinade, but I wish there was a little bit more of that marinade.
And the tofu was cut really thick, so it almost has the same exact texture as the bao bun. So there's just sort of this one textural note.
Next, Chef Melissa.
I have prepared for you an open-faced barbecue tofu sandwich.
Well, this sauce is one of the best barbecue sauces I've ever had. Very sticky and viscous and really delicious.
Thank you.
I have to say that what you've done with the sweet tea here, you've brought some amazing flavors into it.
Hey, Chef Sean.
What I did today was a little sticky bun crostinis. On top, I did a curry smoked marinated tofu. And then there's Romanesco in 2 parts, grilled. And then also made like a little salad with sweet tea, vinaigrette.
This is a very beautiful appetizer, the green, the different colors, and the grill marks.
I love what you did with the Romanesco. Both ways it cooked perfectly. The grill really imparted some flavor. But this tofu is smoked.
Whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Sean, you've been chopped. Please open your baskets. And we have Wagyu ribeye steaks, baby corn, watermelon, and coleslaw dressing. 30 minutes on the clock this time. Beginning now.
I want to get cider vinegar, salt, and some mustard seeds, and make watermelon rind pickles. Watermelon rind pickles are definitely a Southern thing, and I want to utilize that as much as possible. I'm also making a grilled Wagyu steak with a grilled summer corn salad.
I see the coffee, the ancho peppers, and I'm gonna do an espresso and ancho rub ribeye steak.
I sprinkle this ribeye with a mild barbecue rub. And I will put them on in the last few minutes because it's not gonna take long to cook those.
It's getting down to the wire here.
Richard is really scrambling. I don't want anyone to go down by not getting one of the ingredients on the plate.
I'm frantic at this point. And then I'm like, oh man, pickles.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
That was too close for comfort.
It's all on the plate. I did it.
Richard, what'd you do with that?
I did a grilled ribeye with a barbecue steak sauce, watermelon rind pickle, and a grilled baby corn salad.
Where's the coleslaw dressing?
The coleslaw dressing is in the sauce.
Something I find with pickling a lot is the ratio of salt to sugar. If it's wrong, it can really mess things up. And I think you really got it right perfect here.
Thank you.
The flavor of the sauce is delicious. And I think the pickle cuts through the fattiness of the meat in such a beautiful way. But unfortunately, my steak is almost raw.
Wow, mine's perfect.
Yeah, mine's pretty good.
Wow, yours is perfect.
I thought they were all the same. I apologize.
Next, we have Chef Melissa.
I've prepared for you a barbecue rub ribeye with a watermelon corn salsa and a summer salad.
I think the sauce is delicious, but my steak is raw. It's not just extra rare, it's raw.
The one thing I'm most confused about, you went and grilled the watermelon, and I feel like a lot of that burnt flavor sort of transferred into that watermelon. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a great flavor.
Hey, Chef Jay.
What we have here is an ancho and espresso rubbed ribeye steak with a corn and watermelon salad with a goat cheese and coleslaw dressing sauce.
Your steak is cooked perfectly on the interior, but on my piece, there's almost too much char. And what's happening for me is it's imparting a bitter aftertaste.
Sure.
But the goat cheese was a great way to work with that coleslaw dressing. But presentation's a little sloppy. And that's like a lot of food.
Right, this is a big plate for me.
Yeah.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Melissa, you've been chopped. Please open your baskets. And you must use stout beer, empanada wrappers, peaches, and marshmallow spread. 30 minutes on the clock this time. Starting now.
I come up with the idea of a biscuit on a grill pan, and so that's gonna be my ace in the hole. And then with the peaches, I'm thinking peaches and cream. Oh, it's kind of like a gravy and biscuit, but it's like for desserts.
Stout beer I know is very caramely, which is great for desserts. So I'm thinking stout ice cream. I see the marshmallow spread, and I'm thinking whoopie pies with marshmallow topping as the filling.
Chefs, we are down to 1 minute.
I gotta get my ice cream. It's a mushy, a gel-like consistency, but I'm like, I gotta get on the plate.
I poured the cream onto the peaches and strawberries, and before I knew it, I poured too much on. I'm super afraid that I'm gonna get chopped.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
The flavors are there, my idea was there, but I didn't execute.
So, Chef Jay, where'd that take you?
When I saw the marshmallow, I thought whoopie pies. I tried with the grilled peaches and the stout to make ice cream with it. Didn't leave enough time, so that's why towards the end you saw me watching the clock, literally last second to pull it out.
You know, this didn't really come together as an ice cream, but it doesn't bother me. The flavors are really, really nice. The marshmallow spread and the buttermilk ice cream, really awesome.
I think the idea was fantastic. Did you marinate the peaches in anything?
No, I just put a little bit of sugar because I wanted the freshness of the fruit to cut through it.
I like the flavor of the sort of soup, I would almost call it. The disappointing thing for me, it's this empanada. Unfortunately, I think it's just a little too tough.
And then also, there's just some plating issues. it's a little sloppy.
Last dessert, Chef Richard.
What I've made for you today is grilled biscuit and marshmallow peaches and cream. It's meant to be more of like a play on desserty biscuits and gravy.
As a Southerner, I think doing biscuits and gravy is a really creative twist for dessert.
The biscuits, did you intend them to be this dark?
No.
When you couple that with bitterness from the stout, it's a little bitter, but the biscuits that weren't over-charred were totally delicious.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Richard, you've been chopped. Judges? 4 competitors think they have what it takes to grill their way to a chopped victory. Please open your baskets. And we have coho salmon, baby eggplant, and mustard. You'll have 20 minutes for your appetizer course. Time starts now.
Any fruit in here? I want to make a charred vegetable and fruit salsa.
There's all different ways you can cook salmon. I really want to make a Moroccan, Middle Eastern flavor. So I decided to do an herb and cardamom crusted salmon.
I've used cedar planks many times before. It works so wonderfully to give that fish that cigar smoke flavor to it.
First idea is to make a French dish, ratatouille. The basic ingredients were in front of me, so why not? If you're going to competition, your only idea is to win.
1 minute, chefs. Alan's really swinging for the fences.
Get it on the plate, get it on the plate. I'm worried about Alan.
My heart is racing. I'm like a train wreck.
30 seconds.
My salmon, it's crumbling in front of my eyes. Like I'm in an Indiana Jones film, and like the map is dissolving in front of me. I'm like trying to get everything on the plate.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2.
Time's up. Please step back.
Wow, that was wild.
You had to use coho salmon, baby eggplant, and mustard. Chef Voulet, please tell the judges what you grilled.
You got a mustard-crusted coho salmon with ratatouille and grilled eggplant.
You've really harnessed the flavors of a true ratatouille to me. But I do find the salmon a little overcooked.
I like my salmon more on the medium rare side, so it's a little over for me. But your seasoning was good and your eggplant was good.
Thank you.
Next, Chef Phyllis.
I did an herb and spice cedar plank salmon with a arugula salad, a mustard and citrus vinaigrette, and sauteed eggplant and red onion.
I think the arugula and the orange and the onion, I think it's a very nice balance. But this fish is raw and tasteless.
To me, the thing that tastes best on the whole plate is the eggplant. It's tender, it's got wonderful taste.
Thank you.
Chef Phyllis, thank you. Chef Allen.
My dish is a butter-poached coho salmon served Thai street vendor style with a grilled vegetable salad.
I love how you charred the citrus. I mean, that's one of my favorite things. I just love your thought process, how you thought, okay, I don't have to grill this salmon.
This dish is a bit of a wow. My only one criticism for this dish is that I know you were using ginger as a poaching liquid. I just got a big chunk of ginger that came out of the pot.
I really want to keep eating.
Thanks.
Chef Allen, thank you. And our final grill master, Chef Tom.
I did a grilled coho salmon with a eggplant vinaigrette with mustard. When I saw the eggplant, I automatically thought Mediterranean flavors.
I have to say that vinaigrette is really delicious.
There's actually a lot of flavor in it. The use of the caper and the anchovy and the eggplant is a very nice surprise.
Chef Tom, thank you. So, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Voulet, you've been chopped. Please open your baskets for the entree course in our special grilling competition. And the mandatory ingredients are rack of wild boar, artichokes, ketchup, sauerkraut. You'll have 30 minutes this time. Clock starts now.
1 portion, 2 portion, 3 portions. Rack of wild boar. It's a pork chop. This is man food, and I am a man.
I prefer a single bone chop. I think a double chop's very clunky, very backyardish. I like wild boar. It has more of a gamey flavor, almost similar to that of elk.
I'm trying to show off that I'm not just, a cedar plank salmon girl. I'm gonna make artichoke spätzle.
I start out with a ring mold with the sauerkraut. The plate looked really messy.
1 minute left on the clock, chefs.
What's he doing with that?
I don't know. I just want them to get it on the plate.
It's an exciting entree round, and it's almost over.
It's almost over for a few of them if they don't get the food on the plate.
10, 9.
I'm kind of thinking, is this gonna happen for me?
7, 6, 5.
Is this it?
3, 2.
Get it on the plate.
1.
Oh my God.
Time's up. Please step back. Chef Phyllis, how'd you do?
I've made for you today a wild boar chop, artichoke spätzle with a braised sauerkraut.
To make a spätzle and puree artichokes is like off the charts risky, and it worked for me. It was a little wet, obviously, but it worked.
But it's gummy. Not at all the texture I think you were hoping to achieve.
The flavor on it is really good on the spätzle. It's really tasty.
Next, Chef Allen.
I made for you today a grilled boar chop with grilled artichokes, a sauerkraut, juniper, and purple potato choucroute, and a ketchup and red wine gastrique.
Certainly a mouthful in this plate. I like the choucroute, and this artichoke to me is expertly prepared, but my boar is slightly underdone.
I love that you left a double cut. I think it was really bold. Mine has the most delicious taste from the grill.
Last entree, Chef Tom.
I prepared for you today a grilled wild boar chop with a bacon honey sauerkraut, grilled artichokes, and southern barbecue sauce.
I like the chipotle barbecue sauce. I think it works really well with the flavors in the sauerkraut. And the apple, you cook them perfectly, but I'm actually not sure you need it.
I think that you kind of failed on the artichoke. These really don't have flavor to them.
2 rounds into our special grilling competition, whose dish is on the chopping block? Chef Tom, you've been chopped. Chef Phyllis, Chef Allen, please open your baskets. You must use mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise? I'm dead.
Bananas, prickly pear cactus, and pre-cooked pizza crusts. You'll have 30 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
Earlier, Alan was talking about ice cream. I knew if he got into that ice cream, he would make something phenomenal. I decided I gotta make it first. I'm making a prickly pear tequila and lime sorbet.
I have to take up the slack, so I come up with the idea for the rice pudding. If you've ever made rice pudding, you know it's like doing something else and I'm stirring the rice and I'm doing something else and I have to keep coming back to the rice. And I'm saying to myself, that was the stupidest thing I've ever done.
1 minute left, chefs.
I fry my chips, I perch them into the rice pudding, and I think I'm gonna win it.
I'm having a hard time getting the sorbet out.
Phyllis is really nervous. Her hands are really shaking.
How much time do we have left?
Chefs, you have 30 seconds.
I was so concerned about running out of time that I just had to plate it quickly.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Please step back.
That was fun.
Chef Allen, how'd it work out?
I did rice pudding called banana soup, pita squares on the grill, and caramelized cactus pear. I was very disappointed not to be able to use the ice cream, and it kind of like put me into a tizzy. My chef friend here got in first.
Did you know he wanted to make an ice cream?
Maybe. But it is a competition at the end of the day.
This rice pudding and the whipped cream that you put on top are really both quite savory. The pizza dough was grilled, right?
Correct.
That was smart.
Thank you.
But your smartest thing was jacking her oil and frying one of them because they got sweet and they got almost like a zeppoli quality to them.
Chef Phyllis.
I did for you a prickly pear and tequila sorbet with a grilled maple glazed piece of flatbread, a grilled banana, prickly pear, basil relish.
Well, it's certainly a very attractive dessert.
Thank you.
I really enjoy the banana and this cactus pear sorbet. However, the actual grilled banana, I don't think works. It has a burnt flavor. I just can't get around it.
Okay.
I really like the sorbet a lot, but the sweetness is not there.
I agree with Amanda, but I think with the tequila and the prickly pear and the fresh basil, I think those are real elements of freshness that are unusual. They're not conventional for desserts.
So, whose dish is on the chopping block?
Thanks. You hate me? No, no.
Chef Phyllis, you've been chopped.